right here. Now let's see what.
Alright, yeah, you gotta turn one of those lights off, bro. Dude.
Which one?
I don't know. This one? Turn that one off. Right?
No, lights on. Alright, so we are. Stream preview. Alright. And we are live on Twitter. I'm not 100% sure if everything is working with the YouTube stream.
Oh, we'll be cooking. How we looking? There we go.
Waiting for mobile stream to get. So we said we're going to start at 9:30. So is it?
We are right on.
And actually, you know what? Our camera is sideways.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right. So.
Oh boy. And are we both in it?
There's a little bit of a delay.
Well, we're both in it.
Okay, so we are talking about Bitcoin.
Yeah, shift that over a tad. That. There we go. That looks better. I would say. Alright, technical difficulties almost avoided. Alright, there we go. That looks good. Comparable last week.
We got a new camera, but we haven't done any testing on it. So hopefully by the next show, we have a really good camera that's going to work a lot better than this setup. But like I said, I didn't want to have some errors when we're going live. Because right now we are live.
Wait, why does it say mic is up?
We are live and the mic is on Twitter Spaces with the name Walk With at Jim Dordashian on Twitter.
Walk With is ready and his following growing. Ooh, yeah.
Well, we've got 7 viewers right now.
Alright, please give us questions, preferably Bitcoin or investing today.
Now,
We would like to answer any and all.
what we're going to do, since we have to figure out how to take callers, and we do have the live chat, so you can ask us questions in the live chat.
Please do.
So I contacted a couple of my friends and asked them if they would, if I could just ask them a question about Bitcoin. And I tried to contact John Cena.
And how did that go with?
Well, he never responded back to me.
Well, he's a busy guy, you know. Maybe you'll hear back before next week. It is John Cena.
He usually does make about 2 or 3 movies. He's talking about retiring from wrestling, but I think he's going to make it to WrestleMania next year.
Well, that's a plus. I'm a fan of his movies.
But John Cena follows, we have 70 mutual followers on Twitter, and he added me actually today as a friend. So I just figured I'd just ask him a question. I didn't really kiss his ass or anything. I do want to say one thing. John Cena has the world record for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So he has donated more time and charity and helped out more children than anybody.
Side note, I don't believe this is our idol that's wrote in. Andrew Tate, enjoy the show.
I don't know if that's the real Andrew Tate.
We can only assume it's not. But if you are, shout outs.
Actually, I told Eric when we started the show that I wanted to. I don't know if you've ever watched the Andrew Tate brothers when they do their little shows, but they're kind of like in the basement and kind of looks like a war room, and they're just sitting side by side.
Hey, come on, Whiff, this is our war room, isn't it?
Smoking cigars, but
minus the cigars.
Yeah, we don't smoke cigars or vape or.
Also, hi, Addie cute froggy.
All right, I don't know if we need to. Speaking of
Back to it.
Speaking of Froggy, the meme coin. I got a tip on a meme coin. It is called Daisy.
Daisy, huh?
I should look at the. I guess I should tell you what the last digits of the. Anyways, you can find Daisy is Donald Duck's, I think, girlfriend or somebody, and I'm predicting that the meme coin could go to the moon.
Is this financial advice?
This is not financial advice, and please don't do it.
But we do trust our buddy who recommended it. He is in for a substantial amount.
But I'm going to buy $10 worth, and hopefully I make $100.
If your transaction goes through, of course. Looked like the trading volume on that coin was a little on the questionable side.
Now, should we explain to them why? I think since we are kind of educators and kind of teachers, and we try to be a little bit basic so like new people can understand us. So the super tech. So why did that? So when there's a swap, right?
Yes.
And there has to be liquidity.
What do you mean by liquidity?
Well, like a liquidity. So if you're going to swap a crypto, there has to be enough liquidity to make the swap happen. So if you're buying a meme coin that has no money or no value and it doesn't have a lot of market value, then anyways, you really can't sell your meme coin. Like I've had meme coins where I had $100,000 and I tried to sell it and they would only give me 10 cents.
That is not how we make money in this bull run.
Now, if Bitcoin wasn't so popular, some of these Bitcoin transactions would have trouble going through.
This is very true.
It is very, Andrew Tate says this is interesting.
Hey, we do our best. We try and keep it interesting, keep it real. How does Bitcoin get its value?
Please explain
this
this
is a good
to
question.
our friend Andrew.
Andrew, what if we told you it is the ultimate form of capital? What is the only way you can send on Sunday night $1 billion to your friend in another country? Is it gold bars?
Well, I would have to have all the gold bars shipped and sent to my friend, and it would have to go over maybe 3 or 4 borders.
That sounds like it might take over an hour.
To send gold over the border.
Yeah, indeed, and it sounds expensive.
And I think someone would notice all that gold.
I feel like when Russia was having issues,
But like Andrew said, how does Bitcoin get its value?
also when more people buy into its network, it's obviously going to increase in price. It's the hardest asset there is. Its inflation rate is officially less than gold's. It's only 1% is being produced a year, while gold's inflating at 2% a year.
And I don't know why I switched my notes. Actually, I think I have.
I'm curious, is Andrew Tate asking this just for a good prompt, or does he really not know? I'm just a little curious.
I don't know. It's probably somebody just trolling us, but let's just pretend that it's real.
That was a good question.
At least he didn't call us a bunch of effing a-holes.
Whoa, come on, dog.
A bunch of.
That would
They call
be
us
a
a bunch of stuff.
That'd be a little rude.
But yeah.
Our show is more positive vibes.
Let's not piss off Andrew. He was a 4-time heavyweight champion of MMA or kickboxing. He's 4-time champion.
Is that right?
One of the greatest kickboxing champion of all time.
Alright, big shout out, big shout out.
He would agree with me.
I don't think you would disagree with that. Hopefully those numbers are right.
No, but I've got some information here.
Well,
But we're talking about how does Bitcoin get its price?
value. Is value different than price?
Well, I guess what I was trying to say is the other day I was looking at Bitcoin, and yesterday it had $16 billion worth of trading volume. That means that $16 billion was being bought and sold in the 24-hour period. So with all of buying $16 billion worth of Bitcoin,
And there's only so much
will
Bitcoin.
add value since there's How many?
21 million Bitcoin can ever exist. A lot of that Bitcoin, 1 million are held by the original Satoshi wallet. We have several million coins haven't moved and could be lost forever. So truly, it's quite a few less than 21 million. Also, to the numbers, I saw with that the ETF, iShares ETF, IBIT, did 1.1 billion in intake last week. That's straight up. They are just buying.
Oh, the
massive.
ETF?
IBIT's ETF alone, which
Now,
is the largest ETF.
he looked at my notes. And he looked at my notes, and what was the one thing that was in both of our notes?
It did make its round. They officially approved options on the Bitcoin ETF. I don't know when that goes live, but I know they approved it, which many people think is going to be major bullish and good for Bitcoin price.
Yeah, I don't think that the people out there know what options are.
To be honest, I don't trade options.
But I do.
Oh,
Should I tell them how I trade
us an
options? I use
give us an
I use a
easy.
strategy ETF that actually goes in and does all the options trading for me, and I don't have to do anything. And I just make money, and I usually get a dividend every month.
But couldn't that counter and say the Bitcoin options ETF has never outperformed the Bitcoin asset?
It's not the best option strategy ETFs. I'll be honest with you, I do not know one person that has ever bought one besides me. And I own about 10 of them. I even have a Bitcoin Ethereum.
But it is involved with Bitcoin, it'll still outperform most assets.
I have a MicroStrategies options ETF, which that does options trading on Bitcoin or MicroStrategies. Now, right now the SEC approved that they can have options trading for Bitcoin. So what that means is people can basically gamble. All they do, we'll make it real simple. It's either going up or it's going down or it's moving, not going
That's a good way to put it. And you can essentially use money that's not yours. Is it possible?
Possible for Bitcoin to go to zero? That is a great
That
question.
is a good question.
I would love to answer that question, but how much would you like to answer that question?
To zero, I would say impossible because some coins will always be held in these wallets that don't move, correct?
Well,
it can get low, but
there's
can
a
it
lot
go
of people
zero?
that lost their Bitcoin, and so it's not gonna. No one can sell it. Satoshi could sell all, but the thing is, so is it possible for it to go to zero? Which it is completely decentralized. That means that there's so many people that buy it. That means that not one person can control it. Now, all of these cryptos, almost every single one of them, is set up like a government where people can vote. So if someone would have to have like 50% of the total Bitcoin supply and then vote and then change it and then they can make changes. But as long as, like right now, I think the most one person has is like 1.6 Bitcoin.
1.6 Bitcoin?
I mean, like 1.6% of the Bitcoin.
Oh.
Like the person that owns the most Bitcoin.
Well, Satoshi has 1 million out of 21 million.
So if 1%, if only one, basically it's so decentralized it can't go to zero. It'd be impossible for everybody.
It can
to
go
sell.
down, but the trend line we're going on, it is going up and to the right.
When a crypto goes to zero, it's because everybody pulls all their money out.
But Bitcoin is not just crypto. Bitcoin isn't run by a CEO. They don't have a board of advisors. They don't have revenue. Bitcoin just keeps going, decentralized.
They also, don't have a phone number, Mr. Tate.
Oh, you don't think you can just call Bitcoin with your questions if you transfer it to the wrong wallet and reverse it?
All right, so I think we answered.
Let me ask you a question.
Andrew Tate's question. Oh, you want to answer me a question?
Yes. Another big Bitcoin news bit that made the rounds last week on Twitter. Tesla moved their coins for the first time in, I believe, 3 years. What do you think of that?
Well, I was reading an article saying that Bitcoin could have a big rally since it looks like Musk is going to become pro Bitcoin again. The reason why he left it before is because the banks are requiring people to have certain amount of carbons, and Bitcoin at one time was wasting too many carbons, that it was basically wasting
In
too much
some
electricity.
government size, Bitcoin is backed by the greatest computer system and energy.
But the original time that Musk said no to Bitcoin was when he was saying that it was because of the environmental impact of Bitcoin.
I think that was the root cause. He was also relentlessly promoting Dogecoin, which I still am not sure what to make of.
Yes.
He hasn't spoken much.
I do feel like he was manipulating the market.
Now, I did see some people on Twitter seem to think Elon is gearing up for a Bitcoin buy. As everybody knows, he's a major endorser of the Republican Party, and a lot of people know that the Republicans are pro-crypto, and Bitcoin will explode if the Republicans get back in office.
So, Andrew Tate, maybe he wants to hire us for the Andrew Tate. Did you know that Andrew Tate's University is the largest online college in the world?
Did not know that. Is that a fact?
It is a fact. Anyways, Andrew wants to know, can Bitcoin be hacked?
Technically, yes. Correct?
Yes.
If you got multiple countries, not just a few, you would need, like we've said, you would need half the Bitcoin network to summon a major amount of power and compute power to upturn the network. Can it be hacked? Yes. Can you get that many people on board? And for what reason? If they want to hack it and take the coins, it would just go to zero because it was hacked. Or not zero, but it would go way down. So why would you hack it?
Now so the Bitcoin miners, basically what they do is they send the information to 3 different computers, and then they send the information back, and then they see if all the information is correct. That is what a Bitcoin miner is doing. That's what the computer is doing when it's processing Bitcoin. So that will basically, if you hack the one computer, you have to hack the other 2 computers. So it has a good system. It typically can't be hacked, depending on what.
Has Bitcoin ever been hacked?
If you're using can Bitcoin itself, your centralized exchange can be hacked. Your bank account can be hacked.
Everyone's been hacked on their bank. Everyone's card's been hacked.
Now I will give you one tip that I did hear that people that they bought you know what let's tell them what's the dry storage or storage.
Let's talk about cold storage.
Cold storage.
Good God, man, dry storage. Are we storing rice and beans, or
I
are we putting our Bitcoin in a secure wallet off the grid?
I was a little bit nervous, and I took a motion sickness pill.
Cold storage. Would you like to explain cold storage?
Oh, no, but I guess what I was trying to say is that they were saying not to buy, if you purchase a cold storage, get it from the actual company. Do not get it from the... Don't get it from a third party, because they can they can hack it, basically.
Now if you bought a Ledger, a popular cold storage device, you get it in the mail, the box is open, what's your first reaction? It looks like it's been tampered with. How would you respond to that?
Oh, if I bought the box and it had been tampered with?
Yeah, you buy your Ledger, it comes back, it looks like it might have been tampered with. What's your play?
I guess don't fuck with it. I don't know.
I mean, if somebody has access to your Ledger, it looks like it's been opened, they can pretty much, you log in, give your seed phrase, they could easily acquire that and take your Bitcoin. Andrew Tate
says,
will there ever be a shortage for Bitcoin?
For Bitcoin.
Will there be a shortage? Does he mean supply squeeze? You know,
okay, no, there'll be a shortage. So if there's only a supply of, actually,
listen to this.
Last time I looked, we were at like 19 million 5.
Have been mined?
So there's only like 1.5 million Bitcoin left.
But that doesn't account for how many are liquid, right? On exchanges and available to buy.
So they won't be able to create any more Bitcoin once it goes to 21 million.
Also,
So someone will have to, there will be a shortage because if you want Bitcoin, you're going to have to buy it from somebody, which will increase the price.
and Bitcoin is officially at a 5-year low for the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges to buy, which obviously means people are gobbling it up and there's not much left. Here's another stat. So we have 21 million Bitcoin. You know how many millionaires there are in the US?
Millionaires?
Or wait, this might be world actually. How many millionaires are in the world?
I don't know.
I believe there's over 60 million millionaires in the world, which means there's not enough for each millionaire to have one Bitcoin.
Ooh, so I guess there will be a shortage.
And-
Mr. Tate.
And Mr. Bitbro has gobbled up his fair share and he will not stop.
I got
Back to these show
No,
notes.
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of being a dickhead. Why would not owning Bitcoin be a mental disorder? I guess I just.
Where'd you get this quote from? Is this your quote or
I just noticed that people
You
that
know,
don't own Bitcoin are kind of
I
depressed.
think I've heard you say that, and I think you may have offended somebody with that line. Mental disorder.
Okay, let's
Now,
not.
back to-
I brought it up and it pissed everybody off. So let's not.
But
I
is
mean-
it dumb? Yes, it is dumb not to own any. Mental disorder, that can be offensive, but Oh, I do have one thing I want to go over. So, Bitcoin price Sunday. Remember what happened?
On
Sunday throughout the day up until like say 10 p.m. at night Eastern time.
it hit 69 and then
Right. Kept creeping up.
it creeped up to 69 and then people had the little sell button set at 69 and it just started dropping.
A lot of memes about 69, 420, for obvious reasons. But we are used to seeing the Sunday night pump. Usually I wake up Monday morning, see my notifications from Robinhood, Coinbase that Bitcoin pumped overnight.
What happens is people buy the Bitcoin ETF over the weekend, and then since the stock market the crypto is 24 hours a day.
And whose market is
So over the
hours
weekend,
ahead of
if
us?
they buy it, then on Monday morning when the stock market opens, they have to buy more Bitcoin.
Also,
So it makes it
how
pump.
many hours is China ahead of us?
Oh, this is Andrew is this guy is very intelligent.
Respect. What is this picture?
Andrew, you have the best questions I've ever
Does
seen in my
the
entire
price
life.
of energy affect Bitcoin? Ooh, that is a good question. Technically, yes. If all energy gets expensive, miners are going to have a harder and harder time being profitable because that eats into their production cost of Bitcoin. But a lot of countries mine Bitcoin for so cheap because they have such cheap forms of energy. Like I think I said last week, Bhutan keeps mining Bitcoin. El Salvador is mining, right?
Yeah, I mean they're using volcanoes and they're using extra natural gas, the excess natural gas that would just normally be released into the atmosphere to
What?
mine Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is always going to incentivize miners to mine at the cheapest cost, just for obvious reasons. They're going to use that renewable energy. They're using hydro, wind, solar.
Now I was reading an article the other day that someone that was staying at an Airbnb and mining Bitcoin, and I guess they
Will this affect transaction fees? Is he trolling us? This guy is hammering us.
Okay, so
Ooh, question mark. That is a definite we need to answer.
okay now I am very very familiar with transaction fees. I'm pretty cheap. I don't have a lot of money, and I'm like, if you want to move $1 million worth of Bitcoin and you have to pay $100 gas fee, who gives a shit? But if you want to buy $50 worth of Bitcoin and you have to pay $100 gas fee, that kind of sucks.
Ooh, here we go.
No, but let's get back to how does this
and then
affect
we'll
the
get to that
transaction fees. So when there is the more activity, transaction fees actually go by the activity on the network. No, do you remember when what was it? Ethereum was surging and like Ethereum was like backed up. Remember Bitcoin was like backed up for like an hour or so?
Yeah, they can only send batches get processed every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know what the transaction fees right now on Bitcoin. I would assume it's around $50.
Here's a shout out to Jack Mahlers, the guy who podcasts out of his closet, this guy on Strike. When I buy on Strike, how he batches transactions is you can send Bitcoin for free, but it'll just group a bunch of orders together and send them in the same batch.
I guess I should tell them so it uses like a ledger system. The ledger system is just like, it takes maybe like 1,000 transactions, combines them, and sends them as one transaction. Now, like Ethereum, there was the surge, or the merge, the purge, and the surge.
Oh, wow. Haven't heard this in a while. Good memory with.
So the merge was when Ethereum went from proof of work to proof of stake, and then the
Finish the thought. Let's hear it.
those are the purge. And then after that, they merged. They merged together like all the different layer ones and layer twos, and combined everything. And then there's the surge. But basically, Ethereum is going to go to 100,000 transactions per second. Now, Bitcoin has about 5 to 10 transactions per second. It actually is maybe the slowest crypto.
Come on, dog. You still call Bitcoin a crypto?
Okay, maybe the slowest. I mean, it is a cryptocurrency.
Technically, yes.
But it is also the slowest, most secure, and safest.
Isn't that what we care about, though?
Yeah, so.
Can I take this next question? We have a new.
But I think he's saying energy, so I think he's trying. Does the energy.
I'm not sure what he means by energy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if it costs more electricity, will the gas fees be higher? I don't think that the price that you're paying is just going to be taken out of your pocket while you're mining Bitcoin. You're going to have to be paying that freaking electric bill.
All right, I have to answer this. He's put it twice. Ronaldo or Messi? I'm going Messi. Messi all day. Have you seen what he's done to American soccer also?
Actually, I don't know what you're talking about.
Good God, man. You know that sport they call soccer or football? The most popular sport on the
planet.
On the planet.
I'm an American.
Okay, you might want to zip this one out. I'll go Messi. He will not answer. Oh, bringing back to sports. I was quizzing Whiff on what Twitter account, former NBA World Champion All-Star, is a major Bitcoin bull.
Well, you actually gave it to me and told me what it was.
That's because I got sick of hearing your wrong answers.
But I guess it is one of the best rebounders in history.
Are you thinking of Dennis Rodman?
Wasn't Pippen a rebounder?
He wasn't even the best rebounder on his team, arguably, but he was a top 50 player, Scottie Pippen.
What did Scottie Pippen do?
I can't tell if you're
serious? I mean, on the team. He wasn't the rebound. I thought he was the rebounder.
He was their small forward. He was their all-star defensive top defender.
Okay, I guess.
If you ask sports questions, Whiff will whiff out on those.
Most of the information that Whiff over here, Whiff lived in Indiana for 10 years, so that's about all I know about basketball. I know I've seen the movie Hoosiers.
That's a problem. We got to give props to that. And what great NBA player is from Indiana?
Larry Bird.
Okay, all right. All right, on to the next.
We're running out of time here.
We are.
Because our batteries, I don't know. Anyway, so, okay, I have in my notes.
Let's hear what's in your notes.
Now, y'all know who Warren Buffett is.
Did you just say y'all? Are you pulling a Camelot where you change your vernacular mid-speech?
Well, I guess I have been drinking a little bit of beers. Well, I guess I'm supposed to laugh mid-sentence.
Oh, okay, it was a Cameron impression. Good. My co-host is still with
Oh
it.
god, that clip is going to be going viral on Twitter.
Here we go. One more question to get
I might
us
even
back
make
in.
it on TikTok for that.
And Andrew Tate, how much gold is supported for Bitcoin? How much gold is supported for Bitcoin? What does that mean? Andrew, if you could specify.
Okay.
I can tell you Bitcoin's market cap is about 10% of gold's.
So last I heard, what gold was at, 2600?
Per ounce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do own the gold ETF.
I won't comment on that. This is a crypto. We do appreciate investing. Is gold investing? Kind of. Has it a good year? Yes. Actually, before this run, I think gold's actually outperformed Bitcoin for a long stretch, which is surprising.
It's been doing a little bit better recently.
And if Peter Schiff ever wants to debate us on Bitcoin, Peter Schiff is a major gold investor. Feel free. We'll study up.
I follow Peter Schiff, and I like
Did
his.
you call him Peter Schiff?
I said shift.
How are you spelling it? I think you're saying his name wrong.
Oh, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Oh my god. We will edit that out.
I mean,
for our listeners.
my name is Whiff. I'm not like Mr. I pronounce everything with. Anyways, I want to go. I was saying one thing. So I guess what I was saying is Warren Buffett is almost 100 years old, and he is one of the best investors, and he is Mr. Anti-Bitcoin.
What would you say he's pro?
He's not pro-Bitcoin.
What does he like to buy?
He likes to buy Coca-Cola and like Ozempic. Anyways,
what's his biggest
but that's not the point. The point is Warren Buffett's an old man that can't stand Bitcoin. Now,
That's true.
I should have gotten the guy's name, but this 90-year-old Saudi Arabian.
Is this a random 90-year-old or is this somebody?
He's a king. I don't. That's all I wrote in my notes. 90-year-old Saudi Arabian says Bitcoin is okay with Islam. So,
Well, that's a positive.
one of the top Saudi kings, I didn't write down his name, and I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it either. If I'm butchering Peter Schiff's name,
There we go.
I'm going to butcher. Anyways, let's not talk about Saudi kings. Anyways, hi Saudi.
All right, hold on. Let me give a real shout out.
Okay, no, but
to a
I
prediction.
also have in my notes. I don't know how much left you have in your notes. I want to get over everything that I have in my notes because I don't know why I wrote them down if I didn't. So $500 billion has been printed in the national debt. So if the money supply just went choo. So technically, the crypto should go straight up. Your assets and your money should go straight up. Now, yesterday, the Bored Apes went up 100%. Bored Apes. So we are not our hard copy camera is over.
YouTube Live is still cooking. We should wrap this up.
Anyways, what I was talking about is, so the Bored Apes, you know what a Bored Ape is? It's a picture of a monkey, and people sell them for millions of dollars.
Are they still worth millions of dollars?
Well, they've been kind of going downhill. Okay, we'll take Andrew Tate's if I can finish what I was saying.
Go ahead.
So I think that when they started printing all the money, the Bored Ape NFTs started going up, and that created some FOMO, which that's called the fear of missing out. So everybody started buying it. Also, on the same day, yesterday, they did do a system upgrade on Bored Apes. That's all I'm going to say about Bored Apes, and I say it's because they're just printing money. Every time they print money, the thing goes up. Anyways, let's look at Andrew Tate has more questions for us.
All right. Where are we?
Worldwide is just a country legalizes it. Hundreds of millions in gold discovered in
Does that relate to the inflation rate of gold?
Israel,
Gold is always
well-
being discovered.
So if gold
No
is
one
being,
knows how much
if a
gold-
bunch of gold gets discovered, anyways, that's what they say. The more the price of gold goes up, the more people mine for gold, the more people look for gold, the more people want gold. So yes, more gold will
Sounds
be
like you're
produced.
describing a gold rush, you might say.
And also, they can. I don't think they use it. They use it for microchips and like stuff for surgery. But they can make gold in a laboratory, and it's also like 100 times stronger. But you only use it for like micro gold, so it's not going to be. You can't really use it for a watch. So let's get back to hundreds of millions are discovered, and so remember the two brother guys, the Van Twinkle, the
Oh my.
Tinkle brothers.
You are not on your A game for names. Are you talking about the Winklevoss twins?
The Tinklevoss twins.
Please don't insult them.
Those are pretty big dudes. Though. They probably. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't.
Anyways, what were you?
But I think Andrew's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, just shake that fucking Winklevoss.
All right, let us.
We're getting a
wrap
little
this
crazy.
up.
No, let's go back to let's talk about the Winklevoss twins. When crypto first started, they started Gemini, and like back in 2013, they were the first people pumping Bitcoin. And you know what they were going around telling everybody? They were telling everybody that Elon Musk was creating rocket ships so they could go to asteroids and mine gold.
Also, it is
And
possible.
that the price of gold was going to go to shit after he goes and gets it off
More
some
gold is
asteroid.
found, gold becomes less valuable.
So,
All right,
I just-
closing comments.
well,
Closing
let's see if
comments.
Tate has any more questions. Let's not leave Tate hanging. As long as we're rolling pretty good, we got people asking questions. We might as well stick around. I don't think I finished my. In my notes, I have BitBro wants phone in questions. So we're not doing phone in questions. We were going to try it and do a little sample run. We don't want it to be kind of blurry and get a little echo effect.
I would like to interview people though who think they have a decent knowledge of investing, Bitcoin, crypto. We are open to expanding our show dates. We would like to talk to more people. Andrew Tate, if you ever want to come on, please shout out. Hey, come on.
Would you go
With
to
the real
would you-
Andrew Tate, please stand up.
Would you go to Romania to visit him?
Actually, you know what? I would.
That country's kind of scary. You know the one guy, the thread guy, he went to go visit him and interview him, and he got robbed on the way there.
Oh, then.
Oh, those Romanian, there's like mafias and mobsters and Tate brothers. And,
All right.
I don't know. I like to live here in America.
Let's wrap
It's nice
this
and safe.
up.
Even though
BitBro has places to be and an early morning ahead. House arrest is not fun. No, it is not.
yeah, dude, I'm glad that I
All right, Chapman, I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay.
Sauna, hit me. We are over BitBro's schedule time.
BitBro is going on. So Andrew's talking about house arrest isn't fun. So I got maybe I don't know. Yeah, I mean it would be terrible. I mean if you couldn't leave the house. I know I started making videos when I was during the coronavirus. I made some crazy videos about crypto and everything just because I was at home all the time. It kind of sucks just sitting around. But I would like to thank Mr. Tate for his questions. I did want to talk about the last time we did our show, we had people talking about the orange pill, which kind of it would be Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is a good way to escape the matrix. You can get sucked into the money system. Now, kids out there, people out there, if you're young, if you don't go out and get these stupid credit cards, what you need to do is you need to buy, so what you should do is you should go out and buy the Bitcoin ETF, maybe through BlackRock, and then if you need some money, you can borrow money against your investments instead of racking up a credit card bill, and that money that you're using will be tax deductible. And then, so what you do, like me, if I have my investments and if I need my car to get fixed, I borrow money against my investments, and then at the end of the month, I try to pay it back. So just stay out of debt, guys. I'm sitting there talking about credit cards. Andrew was talking about, he says, bro, keep it up. Thank you, Andrew. You really made our day.
Keep
And
it up.
I was just, I did not think that we'd have anybody with such good questions.
Hopefully Andrew is here next week. We are going to be consistent. Last question. Could you imagine waking up in the morning, looking at the news, reading gold can now be created in a laboratory?
That's what I said, that you could do that.
I'm gonna have to fact check that. I've never actually heard that.
But I mean, I don't
Like you
think,
said,
like I
it's
said, it's micro, and then they can use it. So like a lot of times, like if you see like gold paper, it's just like a micro layer. But they can take that gold and use really thin micro layers. But they really use it for these like specialized AI chips and like real sensitive equipment used for surgery.
Andrew, I gotta say, what is it? You seem to ask a lot about gold. Are you a gold bug, Andrew?
I don't know. Well, I mean, he's been taking a lot of flack for his meme coins. Now, I know I did look at the stats. I am very familiar with meme coins, and actually, out of all celebrity meme coins, Andrew Tate's meme coins have outperformed every other celebrity meme coin there is. There was the Hulk Hogan. You know, Hulk Hogan's got that mustache that goes up and down. It's like a handlebar. They were saying that that's what the crypto did. And then he
I'm not a meme coiner.
anyways, let's not talk about meme coins. So could you imagine waking up in the morning and reading that you could create gold in the laboratory?
I believe we just read that.
I did read that. Anyways, let's make sure that Michael Saylor says that Bitcoin could hit $350,000.
What's the time frame on that?
Also, the fear and greed meter. Should we explain to them what that is?
We should, hold on, here we go. I'm sure they don't stop at micro. Not sure if you
But he's just talking about, well, I was saying that they're going to use micro processing for the gold.
Oh, micro doses. Yeah.
Micro doses.
I'm not a micro doser, but
I know you don't ever microdose. You
Anyways,
probably don't even know. You know what microdosing is?
Sadly, I do.
Oh shit!
All right, I have an
You got
early
me on
warning.
camera laughing like a girl.
I do have an early wake up to apply for a full-time Army position in the morning. Closing statements.
So make sure you can like and subscribe and donate, because otherwise this guy is going to go in the military.
Yeah, if this channel blows up, maybe I'll say. If not, I'll probably be going active duty for a year.
I think that me and you would make good teachers at Andrew Tate University. I think.
Do they teach crypto?
Yeah,
Bitcoin?
we could be college professors. We'd be
Online?
I've always wanted to do that. I wanted to work it. Anyways, let's not talk about my failed career.
Alrighty. Zing.
Okay, so I got everything on my notes.
Alright.
And I guess we're going to leave. Should we say...
Shout out Andrew Tate for the good questions. Shout out Ronks for the sports question that Whiff so famously tried to not answer.
John Cena, we will be here next week if you can get some time to ask just one question. Andrew Tate asked like 15 questions.
What was that?
It's a bad note. It says that
Bitcoin is down.
Bitcoin has gone down 2.9%.
24 hours.
Okay.
Get a green screen.
Get a
Do
green
you not
screen.
like our background?
Okay, so actually we just found out we're gonna get some software. I think, what was that called? The
Our boy from the sauna shed that OBS. We'll be able to screen share. That's going to be a big update we're going to be working with, so we can actually share some.
What was it?
tweets.
OBS?
I believe we will look into.
Yeah, OBS Studio. So we're gonna get OBS Studio. We might get a green screen. I guess we can do something.
Maybe. We got a few compliments for our
I
background.
like this little
I'm all for keeping our background.
little barn here.
All right.
So we will maybe get a green screen and we will get some graphics and but like I said, we're just you know, we got a laptop and 4 cell phones and
I only have one. I'm normal. Anyways.
Okay, so we will leave it right there. So I need to log out of the Twitter Spaces.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for logging in Twitter Spaces. There should be a recording on Twitter. You can go back and listen to it. I'm going to end the Twitter Spaces, and I might be able to end it.
Review analytics.
I guess I'm gonna have to go up here and end it on this thing. Get a mug of coffee.
Hey, come on, Andrew. You know, do you have a
Maybe he's making
coffee
a
machine?
CoffeeZilla joke.
Hey, any recommendations on mugs? I'm open. I'm Casey's gas station. Not bad coffee.
He just grabbed a little coffee. We were in the sauna for what, like an hour?
Too long. Probably an hour. Feel good, but
this hot chick that we know is there.
anyways, I am logging out.
All right, so we're gonna end it right here.